What's up? Can you hear me? Alright, let's start this shit off. Right. Can you hear me, Tom? Yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's up?
Nothing much of yourself?
Hold on. Weekend, not ruined for now, anyway.
Yeah. No, I was at disco last night, so my weekend is certainly on the good side. Let's say that.
Nice. Well, let's hope, mate. I don't ruin your week, though.
Yeah, true. But I mean, trying to ruin my week after last night, that's going to be quite a challenge. I think even for Man United, that's going to be a challenge.
Nice. Hold on a sec. Let's get stuck into this fucking exciting preview. Man. That's what I ask you a question though, right? So I ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? See this thing up here we're looking at, what do you think of it?
It's actually really good.
Yeah, it's better than just
fancy and all that, like very good.
Yeah. I'm trying to come up with something now to like for matches have like a little kind of what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean, anyways. But
yeah.
Right. Let's do this. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Liverpool preview. It's going to be an interesting one. But Tom, before we get stuck in, we have signed Casemiro. What do you think of the signing?
It's a very good signing. You know, one of the best CDMs out there. I think. You see Real Madrid like won 5 Champions Leagues, was it? Yeah. Something like that. The Liga titles, all that. This player, he's a very good player. He's a winner. Like big part in the midfield of him, Cruz and Madrid, one of the best midfields ever. Not the best, but they're up there. And but like I'm a bit nervous. I don't know, just as good as a player as he is, I'm just worried it's not going to go well. I mean, you see with Varane, we're all hyped for him. He's joined us, not terrible, but not great either. Not as good as we were expecting. So, I hope he does well. I think he can do well, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like I mean, I said it the other day. It's better than watching McTominay for another season, isn't it?
100%. Or Fred.
I mean, a lot of people are kind of like are worried that we might have paid a bit too much for him though, because he's 30. But like, look at what he's won. Like,
he's a good player, but for a 30-year-old, 60 million is quite a lot. In fairness, like.
Yeah, but let's hope it's worth the money.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only reason why we signed them is because the Glazers are kind of shitting themselves a bit, and they're like shit, and then we need a DM, and I think Casemiro was just kind of a third option, to be honest. I don't think he was number one for us to sign.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a great sign to get in the end. Like, well, he wasn't first choice.
No, definitely not. But I mean, it's still decent, so we can't complain. Like, Rahil says, talking about overpaying Anthony. Well, I mean, I know 100 mil is what the price is for that. But in fairness, Anthony, I think would be a decent signing, but I hope you don't overpay for him, because if you do,
he will good player obviously, but 100 million for him.
Yeah, it is a bit of a turn off. Like, he's decent, but I wouldn't spend 100 million on him. I wouldn't spend 100 million on him. Yeah. Maybe 50 million, 40, 50 million. Yeah, that'd do nicely.
That's reasonable. That's fair enough. That like at a very big 60 million at very most, and even 60 million is a bit too much. 100 million, no.
Yeah, it is a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
It is.
But like, Rahil says he was worth no more than 50. to 60 mil. Well, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I like. The thing is, he wants to come to us, but Ajax are kind of like, yeah, you can go to them, but Man United have to pay this, and this much amount for you.
They're being sneaky, because they know that we have a lot of money and we're going to spend it.
Yeah, that's it. Hold on, let me change this a bit now. Oh no, I don't want to put this in the corner. That would look a bit weird. Right. Michael, what's up?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, bro. Sorry, I had issues trying to connect,
No,
I
you're
think
good,
I
you're
finally
good.
connected.
Yeah. We're just talking about Anthony here before we get stuck into the preview. Supposedly, a lot of people think going to spend 100 million on Anthony is a bit much. Would you agree with them?
Um, Realistically, I think it is actually much, but his valuation being 100 million euros shows he's a very wonderful player. He's one of Ajax's, I think, their best player. So they don't want to sell, and I think the best possible thing to do is to increase his price, which tells a lot. I think he was one of their best players last season. But in these present conditions and present times, and we all know the kind of absurd deals Manchester United have been doing over time, spending so much on the player, and the player might not end up delivering at the end of the day. But I think that may be a little concern for us. But Anthony wants the move. He's pushing, his agent is pushing to make sure that Ajax agreed to Manchester United's deal. So I think it should be worth it. 100 million should be worth it.
Well, like, I suppose we are kind of limited in right wing positions, but 100 million, I don't know. I think that's just Ajax trying to, like, lads, we know how to negotiate, and they're like, Man United easy pay 100 million if they're desperate for a right winger. So yeah.
It's the important truth, like.
Yeah. Rahul says Glazers are shitting themselves. Well, yeah, but sorry, just before we get stuck in, right? Whose music is that? I can hear music. It's what's up there. I don't think it's you, Tom.
It's not me.
I don't know what it is, anyways. But
What's music like?
it's just like, I wouldn't say me. It's more like boom, 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 boom.
It's not me.
I don't know who it is, but anyways, it's. I think it's. Shut up, Tom. Right? I think it's. Rahul says, at least we are getting the deals done. Yeah, well, the Glazers know what's coming at them. And lads, I do actually want to talk about. I want to talk about tomorrow. Protests meant to be happening before the game. I mean, I'm more excited for this protest more than I am for the actual match.
Same here, to be honest.
Like, can we see a big turnout, Tom? Can you see it going well?
I think so. I mean, you remember last time we played there 2 years ago, there was a good protest. The match got postponed due to it.
Yeah, that's it.
So I think it certainly can do well.
Yeah, like, I just don't know. Like, I don't know. So, Akinola says Anthony is a player Manchester United needs, but paying 100 isn't much. When we look at Man City paying 100 for Grealish, we can still say it's worth it. Yeah, well, that's it. Tom's a happy man.
Yeah.
But lads, like, yeah, I mean, Anthony is, I don't know, like, Tom. Right, Michael.
I'm right here.
Carry on. I'm really sorry.
No, I'm just reading Rahul's comment there. He says Michael Knighton says Glazers won't be in charge after 12 months. Let's hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's hope so. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
But I do hope that the Glazers look at this protest tomorrow, and they're like, lads, let's be real here, right? You're the Glazers, right? Would you be what's the word looking for? Would you be scared about the protest tomorrow? Like Tom, if you were the
Can I show you
Glazers
what
now.
I'd do if I was one of the Glazers right now?
Yeah.
1 second, please.
Oh.
That is what I would do.
A lot of people might agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Soldier and Ratcliffe gives me confidence. Well, that's it. Like, I mean, like I've seen like a lot of people on Twitter saying that they're gonna go to this protest. A few people are saying that they're not gonna protest. They're gonna go in for the match. Like, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna start with you, Tom. Right? Would you do that? Like, if you say you are a season ticket holder, right, and you go to all the games around the world, would you miss this match?
Yeah.
Like, could you Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I would. Get rid of the Glazers if it means that little bit of help. I'm doing that. I'm making if I'm a season ticket holder and I go to every match, I'm making that sacrifice.
Nice. But your mom or dad comes into the room now and says, "Right, Tom, we're going to the match tomorrow. Are you going?"
I'll just go up and say, I'd stop you right there, and I'll explain to them, and hopefully they'll understand.
Yeah, like you'd go in, but you'd be like, "Well, yeah." I that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, Michael.
Slight problem here, lads.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, would you go in, Tom? Like, would you?
I would. If it helps us, all United fans, I know a fair amount of United fans were doing this. If it helps us, that little bit extra help just to try and hopefully get the guys out of this club, I'm up for it. So
Rahul actually commented it the other day about this protest: short-term loss for a long-term gain.
Yeah, spot on there.
Which is it's a pretty good one. But I mean, if this gets the Glazers out, happy days, lovely stuff. You know what I mean? Exactly. I'm all up for it. But I think we'll have to. I think we'll have to do more than just one protest to get the Glazers out.
Well, we're trying. You got to give us at least we're trying.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
We're doing something. We're not letting this just like complete slide. Like water. Sorry, I can't speak. We can't let them wash their hands with this. We gotta let our voice be heard.
I'm not sure whether this is true, but supposedly, right, and now it could be crap. I seen it the other day on TikTok, right? In a way, I hope it's not true. That in the 70th minute, they're going to run onto the pitch. I'm not sure whether that's true or not. I mean,
I hope not, but I'll be honest, I'd find that pretty funny. Just them trying to like football match and you see like what was running.
Yeah, like I did the watch down for it. I was doing the watch down for it with like Rashford with the ball. Now there's some fan that has the ball. He's at there scoring a goal. He's doing the seal in front of the Trafford.
If he scores for us, I don't mind. If he scores for us, I don't mind. Then that's fine.
Yeah, we don't need Anthony. We'll just sign this player.
Yeah, just get this fella from the street. He works 9 to 5, build a job. Oh, he scored against Liverpool. I'm signing him up. He'll fix our problems. He's winning us Champions League. Do
you know what be sweet? Liverpool on the counter. Yeah, like they're gonna score. Next of all, straight on the pitch. Slide tackle Salah, injure him for the season.
Oh, please. That would just make this be the best day of my life. The best day of my life. Because obviously, I'm sorry. I was at disco on Saturday. It was fantastic. Seeing that, even more fantastic. What more could I ask for? Yeah, just like Salah running through. Salah 1-on-1 going to score. Then you see some fella just whoop, and then Salah's off.
Hey, come over.
Yeah.
Oh, like Sergio Ramos vibes. Literally, fucking take Salah over. That would be cool. I'd pay to see that. I would honestly, I'd pay to see that. I'd literally pay to see that. That would be cool. It would be cool. Just once we're not on the counter attacking, run on the pitch. Just like, hold on a sec, we're on the counter. Well, we scored now. Let's go on and celebrate with the lads.
Yeah.
The thing is, it happened. You ran on you ran on the pitch before the match, before we played Liverpool last time. So who says nothing's going to stop them from doing it again?
And do you remember another incident like that? Remember when we played Granada in the Europa League quarterfinals like 2 years ago? A year or two ago, and remember some fella, he was like naked, he ran onto the pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see someone run onto the pitch, but not naked. I don't think that'd do nicely.
Yeah, hopefully they're wearing clothes. Hopefully United can maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, the green and gold kind of shit. Like, I mean, I hope it goes well. I do hope it goes well. I hope, but again, are we gonna? Well, we have Southampton away now next week, so I don't think a protest would matter then. I mean, listen, you could still stop. It would be nice. Well, as much as I love United, and we love United, and everyone else that's a United fan loves United. It's probably the only way to get them out. Just stop going to matches until they're like, well, we're not earning money here. Let's shoot off.
As much as we want that to happen, it's not going to happen. There's so much United fans that like, as much as so many United fans can do that's not going to be possible. Like, there are still United fans that don't like. The thing is, there's some people go just watch Ronaldo. That's the shame. Some people are just Ronaldo fans that they don't follow United or the opposition team. Just Ronaldo.
Yeah.
They wouldn't care about that.
Yeah.
They'd go to Man. And some other Man United fans as well wouldn't really care. As much as we want it to happen, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, Akinola says, Manchester United fans, please don't visit the stadium. Well, obviously, I think what he means by that is don't do stadium tours and don't give money to anyone at Old Trafford, right? That's pretty much it. But again, if you love the club and like us three, right? It's not all the time you go to Old Trafford. So someone says we're going to Old Trafford, what we do on the tour, lovely. Because you'd be excited, not like obviously you'd be thinking in the back of your mind, the Glazers, then you're thinking to yourself, will I ever get this opportunity again? Like, I'd still listen, I love the Glazers gone. But when you're like us three, it's I mean, Tom, you went to the match in December when we played Burnley. You're probably eventually going to go over sometime this season again, maybe.
Hopefully,
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because I'm in TUA now, I'm thinking maybe what might go to match this year or next year. Like, I'm not really sure. I'm just thinking of it, but I'll tell you how it goes.
Yeah, and you have like the likes of Ryan, who's going over next month to watch Arsenal play, I think.
Yeah.
So he's going over there. Yeah. But the thing is about like Ryan and us, it's never going to happen to us again. Like, surely, Like, I mean, let's be honest, we've been protesting for years now. We have went to Old Trafford. We've only went once before, and that's it. We went again. So we're protesting tomorrow, right? If anyone's asked what you're doing tomorrow, I'm protesting. I'm not going out. I'm protesting against the Glazers. But Rahul, hardcore fans and season ticket holders won't budge. No. I mean, Michael, this protest tomorrow. Looking forward to it? Can you see it? Can you see it be a good thing or?
Yeah, it is a good thing actually, and you look at the unification of the fans. It's like we are as unified as ever, and I think it's trending on Twitter. And there's this will I call it a memoir or a circular that's been passed? The timed plan. I think they said they will gather by 7 p.m. They'll march straight like down to Old Trafford, and they'll try as much as possible to make it peaceful. I think this protest is actually sending a message, and it's needed. Several over the years we've had series of protests and protests and protests, and it seemed like none of it were actually yielding results. But we can see that these protests that we have now, very recent, it's actually yielding results, and we can see the protest has actually brought out possible buyers for the club, and for the fans to go out there on Monday. I think I also heard a proposed empty stadium. I don't think it's going to happen, but
I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah, an empty stadium whereby there'll be no single Manchester United fan who will be in that stadium. I don't see happening, but what I see happening is at least there will be, series of vacant seats and all of that. It's going to be peaceful, bet these, if our protest, if what we want, is constantly being, the message is being sent to the Glazers, I see no reasons why they will, you know, they'll keep their hands so tight and so closed, which is very, very possible for us to see a change in ownership, at least in the next 12 months, I think. You look at Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and not just him, he's one of the richest men in the UK right now. And aside him, there are other, would I say consortium, or there are other owners who, people on standby, who definitely want to see Manchester United being sold. It's a good one. We've been seeing from a very reliable sources, from very reliable journalists. They've confirmed that all these has gotten to the Glazers, and we've seen reports where um, the Glazers family, all but Joel Glazer, is reluctant to sell. You understand? So if we keep the pressure, we keep mounting the pressure and all of that, I see no reason why um, Manchester United will not be sold. And I think some ex players, you look at someone like Patrice Evra, you look at Gary Neville, and I'm sure some of them, they really want this club to be sold. So I think they will definitely have support. They will definitely support the Manchester United fans, because enough is enough. Getting Casemiro in, getting maybe possibly we get Anthony, or we get Gakpo in, they will not solve the problem. These lads will not solve Manchester United's problem. So it's best we keep that momentum high, we keep the protest high and all of that, to make sure that less than 12 months, these guys will come up to say, okay, I'm going to sell the club. If it's 4 billion, if it's 5 billion. But the most important thing is there are people ready to pay whatever sum it is to get Manchester United.
You kind of said it all.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, lads, Jim Ratcliffe, United fan, basically wants to get the Glazers out.
Yeah, I
Tom,
even heard his. I
let me
even heard
see
this. He has been a Man U fan since he was very little.
do we have good Tom? Do you have good vibes about Jim Ratcliffe if we get him?
You can't be any worse than the great Glazers, can you?
No, pretty much.
So yeah, I'm all very seems good United fan. Don't see why we shouldn't, to be honest. And we're a very rich man, as Michael mentioned. So yeah, no, I'd say go for him.
Yeah, like Ratcliffe or Michael Knighton. Michael.
Well, I'll go for Ratcliffe, because he has, before now, I think years back, he has made his intentions known, and I think he has also had series of interviews with the press. So it's a good one. He has come out to give his intentions, what he intends to achieve, what he intends to do, and all of that. So in my opinion, I think I'll go with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because obviously he's so passionate. He has made his passion known. He has voiced out. He has used series of intermediaries, series of people have spoken about his intention, and he has had series of interviews, like I said. So I think He came out to say he knows the struggle and the pain of Manchester United fans, that he's ready to buy the club. So that alone, if a possible owner can actually say that, and can actually say he feels our pain and is ready to do, a massive change. So I surely will give it to Ratcliffe. Well, for 19, I don't know so much about him, and I haven't heard about him in as much as I've heard about Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and I'm more concerned about the determination, the zeal, the passion, and I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe has come out to let us know that he has good intentions for the club, and he's ready to make massive change. So he's going in for me.
Tom. Well said, Michael. Tom.
I'll
Knighton
go
or
with Ratcliffe as well. I'm a very rich man. big fan of the club apparently since he was young, and I'd say he understands the football a lot more. I'd say.
Yeah.
He just seems like a wise option in my opinion. So yeah, I'll go with him to be honest.
Yeah.
Michael's got the best.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I'd agree with the boat is as well. He seems definitely much more better than what's his face, Ratcliffe. Not Ratcliffe, Knighton, sorry. So yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. But we'll move on to the. I know, like the thing is, even though this game tomorrow is a big game, the main focus is going to be on the protest. Will the game go ahead? Like, no one knows what's going to happen. Like, that's the thing. Will this game go ahead if people expect it the way it's going to go? Like, in a way, I hope it doesn't get cancelled because I want to actually do something on a Monday night instead of looking at the wall. You know what? I have to, if the game does go ahead and we're probably getting slaps, I probably will have to do that. But no one knows. But Liverpool at Old Trafford. Last time we faced them here, well, I don't have to remind you, but it was 5-0 Liverpool. Tom, can we see a repeat? Actually, no. Then that might just throw the prediction out the window. What's your expectations for the game?
I'm nervous. I'm not. I don't think it's going to be as terrible as it was before, but it's not going to be great though. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Liverpool are the best form at the minute.
That's it. I mean, I was just gonna say they have a few injuries. I think Jota, Thiago, Nunez is ill. Firmino is. I heard that he's meant to be back. Who else? Anyone else out? That is, I think that's all. But they're still big injuries for Liverpool with the likes of Jota and Thiago and Nunez out. I mean, lads, if Nunez was there, as much as we called him a flop, he's still a threat going forward for Liverpool.
It's
like, it has to be said, unfortunately, but like, I mean, Michael, this Liverpool game tomorrow, what would be your expectations for it? Would you be confident? No confident?
Well, the whole world seems like the whole world has given up on Manchester United right now, and they believe that we're definitely going to lose the match. But well, my expectations are not high, and in reality, I think Liverpool is definitely going to beat Manchester United. But I think, like Ryan said, it might not, like Leo said, it might not be, it might not be so intense, or it might not be a heavy defeat. Actually, maybe 1-0, 2-1, or thereabout. But I think for Eric Ten Hag, a quality coach, I think a world-class product of a manager cannot lose three stretch on it on a stretch, like 3 straight matches. I don't think so. And he can't. I don't see Manchester United conceding too many goals. The first match he conceded 2 goals. Second match he conceded 4 goals, and this one I don't think we should, or the club will, or the players will mess up so badly and all of that. So I before now, even previous seasons, our former previous performances and previous meetings with Liverpool, I think, in as much as we've been bad previous seasons, whenever we play Liverpool, we tend to see a kind of, let's say, better, in quotes, better improvements or better performances, in quotes. You understand? So we don't really struggle against the big teams, but against the small, lesser teams, that's where we have problems. So tomorrow's match against Liverpool, I don't see us winning, but I don't see Liverpool scoring many goals. And like you said, most of their star players are quite injured at the moment, and I think just Nunes is suspended. So it's a good news for us. It's a good news for us.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think we kind of, we know the team that'll travel to the game tomorrow. We know. I mean, the main thing, like, I would have loved it if we signed Casemiro earlier in the week, like earlier last week. But we signed him on a Friday, Saturday, so he's never gonna be at the match tomorrow. Never gonna play, anyways.
Yeah, I said it. I knew he wasn't going to play.
Like I didn't expect the Casemiro deal to be done so quick. To be honest with you, Tom, I didn't.
Yeah, that was dead quick for the glazers. Like that, I know that. Like usually, how long we take transfers, that was dead quick.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably see Casemiro play against Southampton next week, so that'll be good to see.
Well, I didn't even think he's playing, to be honest. When I heard we were linked to them, I was thinking, no, hoping. Like I saw memes saying like, oh, he's been injured for 4 weeks, getting the stitch from laughing at the rumors, and then he actually was playing for us.
And now look, he's hurt. I didn't expect it to happen either until it was getting closer and closer. I was like, hold on a sec, we're signing a decent player here. You know what I mean? But lads, he's definitely going to improve our midfield.
He's look, Dean. I want to correct an impression. Like, he's a fantastic player. We're signing good players. That's fine. But let's not get deceived by by the glazers.
I'm not. Don't worry. I said it the other day. Yeah. I said we can sign all the best players in the world. I still want the glazers out.
Exactly.
I think my gold bridge on Twitter. He said it. He said, let's not get deceived by all this. He said they are trying to, to divert our attention and focus on glazer out. You understand?
It's the Glazers signing Casemiro. That's not gonna, we're like, us fans are hardly gonna say, do you know what, they signed a decent player, what's the point of protesting? Keep them in. We still want them out. Like, we could sign Neymar tonight, Messi, Mbappe, Benzema, Ramos, all the best players in the world. I'd still want the Glazers out because they're only doing it to con us. We've been conned once.
Yeah.
We're not going to be conned the second week. We're not going to be conned the second time. Michael, I can definitely see where I'm coming from there. And well, look, we still want the Glazers out no matter what. We're still Glazers out. It's been going around everywhere. I think that's what the Glazers were aiming at, to try and take our distraction away from tomorrow's protest and wanting the Glazers out.
Yes, exactly.
But it's not working, lads. It's not working. We still want them out. Come on, like,
it's not working.
We still want them out. So yeah, Akinola says if Manchester United is going to get anything from tomorrow, it has to go down to the selection. Lord Maguire and Bruno Fernandes needs to be dropped. We'll get to the team news soon. Tom, can we see a slight improvement from United tomorrow, or same old United?
Tough to say. I'd say there'll be a slight improvement, but I'm not expecting it to be like huge or anything.
Like, the pressure's on Liverpool as well, though. They haven't won any games so far. They have 2 points. We have 0 points. The only good thing is we're 19th place now, so we're not the bottom of the league. So everything's looking sky high.
Thanks. Come on.
It's a big improvement for the boys. I'm proud. I really am proud.
Progress made.
We're going to win the World Cup. I've said it here. It's
obviously
5-0 United. It's happening. Yeah. What's the point of getting rid of the Glazers now? We're 19th place. Lovely. But tomorrow's game, there definitely won't be a full house at Old Trafford. It won't be a full house. There will be a few missing. It's just, wouldn't it be annoying to see more fans in the stadium than there is outside the stadium? It would be annoying, let's be honest. It would.
Actually, I've got a good idea. Say, obviously, with the whole matching the protest thing, I have a good idea. If Man United lose, you know what I'm going to do to Eric Ten Hag? I'm going to give Eric Ten Hag a lovely present. Well, I'll show you what I'm going to give him.
You shoot on the head. You just had to do that, didn't you? You had to do that. Didn't him and the player get into a row before, and he subbed the fella for like 2 or 3 games or something like that? Tom, be careful. You knock at your door now, and God knows what happened.
Oh no.
Good joke. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't.
Yeah, same. I wasn't expecting it too.
But lads,
I think Maguire needs to be dropped. But to be honest, you and I know that Maguire is not the problem. You know, there have been series of matches last season, a couple of seasons where Maguire gets dropped and we still struggle. You know, if you know what I mean. So it boils down to the glazers. And you know, who knows? I'm sure Ten Hag and
what the hell?
I think Ten Hag and previous coaches, I think they must have made attempts to try as much as possible to bench Maguire. Who knows? And to take away the captaincy off him. But we need Ten Hag to make that courage. But overall, like I said, Maguire is not the problem. He's not the problem of Manchester United. You know, there's still the deep in form in Marcus Rashford. You know, the recently annoying Bruno Fernandes. Like he doesn't think too much before he plays. He makes series of decisions without thinking. You know, Fernandes he has been pretty annoying of late, and you know, Sancho is yet to get his form back, and you know, I don't even want to talk about the Scott and McTominay, which we've known over the years. It has been their performances have been below par. So I think we definitely need as much as possible to make sure that these lads. I don't know what the manager is gonna do, but he definitely needs to find a way out and a solution. Because if we bench Maguire tomorrow, okay, let's imagine we bench Maguire tomorrow and we lose. What's gonna happen? Is it still Maguire? Is Maguire going to be the problem? So I think it's an overall.
Rome wasn't built in a day, you know. So you know. You can't turn you can't turn water into wine. You know what I mean? Like it's true. It is true. But lads, would there be like Tom? One question for you. What's the main talking point for tomorrow? What's the main talking point?
Protest.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is.
Yeah, the protest.
It
is.
If we lose, it will be Ten Hag's present from me.
Oh my god.
I wonder if anyone else has used that on their fan channels yet. I think you're the first one, Tom. You might start a little trend going. You heard it here. You seen it here first. You seen it here. Tom is gonna give Ten Hag head and shoulders. He'll appreciate it. He might give it to his missus or something like that because he mightn't need it. But you know. But I suppose I'm gonna talk about one last thing, right? Supposing Maguire and Chelsea are interested in him. Like the amount of jokes about that, people saying that they drive Maguire to Chelsea, they'd carry Maguire on their back just to get rid of him. I don't think he's gonna leave us anytime soon. It'd be great. Well, I tell you now, it would be great, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon. But yeah, it's.
Well, Maguire's already made himself look like a fool twice off the pitch this season. Did you see him before the Brighton match when he was on the wrong side? The team were on the wrong side of the tunnel. Remember what De Gea told he was on the wrong side? They had to move again on the other side.
And then the Brentford match, he walked.
He didn't walk into the wrong change room against Brentford.
But the funny thing is about it, Ten Hag was literally walking in front of him. Like, where do you think he was going?
He really walked into the Brentford change room.
This is our captain. He's meant to lead us. He's leading us into the wrong dressing room, lads. Imagine him driving the bus. Imagine saying to Harry Maguire, listen, you drive the bus to the match. We'll be outside Anfield saying, well, I'm telling you, even Liverpool are protesting for the match because there's fuck all here. Yeah, this is our captain. Hopefully not for long.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jokes now about Casemiro.
You know, Casemiro, yeah. Casemiro, Varane, Cristiano Ronaldo. So
and Maguire's captain.
Maguire. Come on. Oh my God.
Oh,
no.
Lads. Lads.
It definitely has to change.
Oh my God. I can only say as Maguire to me is a problem in disguise. He is not near good enough. He's not near good enough. A defender will never make mistakes over and over each and every time. Well, no, he's not a class defender. We spent 80 million on him. Rip off. Leicester are still laughing at us. But it's the end of the show, lads. It's probably going to be a bit of an easy score prediction and predicted 11. But supposedly Ten Hag is considered about dropping Harry Maguire and maybe starting Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. Tom, what would you be happy with that?
Yeah, 100%.
I would have loved to see Eric Boyd, but he seems to be going to Marseille, which is a bit of a shame. I'd love Boyd to get a chance, but no. But Michael, I'm gonna get your predicted 11 and score predictions for the match tomorrow.
All right. So in goal, it's going to be David. Unfortunately, I think he's the best option now. And right back, Diego Dallo. And then we have Rafa Varane, Lisandro Martinez. Then we have Fred and Ericsson. Then we have Bruno and of course Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and I think Cristiano Ronaldo. Anthony Martial just go back, so I don't think Ten Hag might decide to start him. He might come in as a sub. So it's going to be 4-2-3-1. Yes, 4-2-3-1.
And score prediction.
Yeah, it's going to be 2-1. It's going to be 2-1.
To who?
Yeah, Liverpool wins 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, goal from Salah and
I can't think of many fans that are going to break the United win.
Probably emotions might make them see Manchester United will win, but in reality, they know that it's not possible.
I tell you what, we'll go to Google here, right? I tell you what, right? We'll go to Google, right? They can, the way they tell you that, people, they literally have like 50%, United, yeah. So there's 20% United fans who think we're going to win. 21%, 20%. So whoever those 20% are, sort yourself out. 21% predicted a draw and 59% Liverpool. Now, lads, if someone told me,
oh my god, I think Leo is gonna shit you now.
I think, right, if someone said to me, right, man, it's going to be a draw tomorrow night, I'd be happy with that. If we get a draw tomorrow night, that's a good result. I'd snatch it off your hands. I think everyone else would as well. I really, really do. But Tom, same for you. Predicted 11 and score predictions.
David Hay goal, back four. I'd say it'll still be Shaw, Martinez, and Varane and Abdallah. Obviously, I'd say it's going to be McFred again. I don't know why, just being they're going to play. And then Cam, he's on Bruno, Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, Ronaldo up top.
And score predictions, Tom?
I'm going to say 2-0 Liverpool. I think Diaz, who else? And Salah.
Yeah.
I didn't give my score, my scorers.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah. You didn't really need to.
Okay. So I said 2-1, and Salah struggles to play or to score. Whenever he plays Man U, so it's gonna be Luis Diaz and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Maybe one of those free kicks. He's good at the ball when he plays free kick. Then our goal scorer is gonna be Marcus Rashford. He has a point to prove.
I'm not sure whether you've seen the free kick Trippier took against City earlier on. That was absolutely, that was brilliant.
Yeah,
like
very
Jesus,
brilliant. Absolutely.
like whoa.
Last summer we were really interested in signing Trippier.
We're always interested in signing Trippier nearly every
We're
season.
interested.
Yeah.
But the Glazers, the shitty Glazers, we had to miss out on. I don't know. It's so annoying, so very annoying. They couldn't pay 40 million. I think 40 million pounds was what Atletico Madrid requested for. But right now we want to pay 100 million for a player on camp. It's so freaking annoying.
Yeah, Akinola's predicted 11. De Gea, Delort, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, Fred, Ericsson, Bruno, Rashford, Ronaldo, and Sancho. That's their one. My predicted 11. It's the fourth. I don't want to predict McTominay to start. I don't like him anymore. Lads. Oh no. Do you know what? I'm gonna go 4-3-3, right? I'm gonna go 4-3-3. I don't want to see Brody what's his face start. So De Gea in goals, right back the lot, 2 centre backs, Varane, Martinez, left back. Do you know what? Right, I would have started Malacia, but Salah is just too fast, and Shaw has the strength and speed, so I'd throw Luke Shaw in there. Little boy Fred in there, Ericsson, Bruno, Sancho on the left, Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, and big man running up top. And I'm going to go 2-0 United as well. Oh, 2-0 United? Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? 2-0.
I was thinking of something a bit wrong there.
2-0 Liverpool. Look, I swear to you, lads, I'm hoping it's 2-0 United, but it's not going to happen, is it? It's not. Yeah, don't worry, for anyone watching it, it's 2-0 Liverpool. Salah and Firmino with the goals. But Ryan actually sent me a little clip of his score predictions earlier on. I predicted 11, so we'll show you that now if you want. Obviously, like you don't have to if you don't want to, but yeah, we'll show them it now.
Hey guys, match day tomorrow, and here's my predicted 11 and predicted score. My predicted 11 is David De Gea in goal, Diego Dalot is right back, 2 centre backs with Martinez and Varane, left back Luke Shaw. 3 in midfield, I'm going to go Fred, Bruno and Ericsson, and the 3 up front, I'm going to Rashford on the right, Sancho on the left and Ronaldo up top. My prediction is 2-1 to Liverpool, and I think Salah is going to score, and Luis Diaz and Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United.
I mean, it's pretty simple, pretty normal predictions, isn't it? Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, very straightforward.
And my goal scorer, Ronaldo. Oh, lad, Jesus. Yeah, so, I mean, thoughts on Ryan's predictions, lads? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with them. I think they're pretty spot on.
Yeah. So, what time do we play Liverpool tomorrow? 8 o'clock?
I think so, yeah.
8 o'clock. Can't wait. Are we watching it? Yeah. Tom, stop sniffing Ten Hag shampoo.
Just making sure I'm not poisoning him or anything like that.
Wait, was it if he wins, he's getting shampoo, or if he loses?
If we lose, should I just give it to him anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Be kind to him. Be kind to him. Let him help him settle in England.
Yeah, Ten Hag, if you're watching, get stuck into it. Give Tom a text on Instagram. I think it's Tom Foden, so make sure to give him a text on that.
Tom_106.
Yeah. And I mean, since we're throwing Instagrams out, Michael, what's your Instagram, your personal one, like? Just while we're here, we might as well,
So what?
What's your Instagram? In case anyone wants to follow you.
Okay, that's
your personal one.
Tobemikey. Tobemikky. Yeah.
Nice one. Mine's what? Dean Harris 7440. I don't know why 7440 was there. It was just I wanted to put something else in, and that was there. It's a bit shit, but who cares? So that's mine, anyways. And
It is what it
all
is.
our
I think
all
you
our
need to change
socials.
it.
It doesn't matter. And all our socials is basically typing the United way. It's the United way.
Yeah.
You get us there. I'll be live probably around 7:30. I'm not gonna. I mean, I probably could be live around 7, 7:30 for the watch along. Yeah,
I might be
right,
better.
Tom.
I'm not sure, but I might be.
But if you are, happy days. If you're not, it's still gonna be torture no matter what happens.
Yeah.
But lads, Michael, Tom, thanks for joining me. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
If Ten Hag, if you're still watching, please, that shampoo will definitely come in nice. Yeah. Does it have like a, what's the is it like, like the flavour, like a little, it's kind of, what's the thing on the front of it?
Come on, Leo.
Lemon, I'm guessing. Lemon.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I don't know the flavour.
I just seen a lemon, but it doesn't matter. He's having it for free, so he has to. He has to, beggars can't be choosers, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
true.
Well, yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. We'll speak to you all tomorrow.